Hey, there you are.
Okay, yeah, a couple settings I can figure out.
Yeah, they haven't even started yet.
Yeah, yeah, I can see everything good. I have you seen those ghost tournaments that I put on my Facebook page sometimes?
Um, is it Salado?
No, it's a Facebook group that Cody and I started, and all it is us playing the ghost at 9 ball, and we run a weekly tournament with it, just $11, just cheap, stupid practice, right? But when I do it, I take all my stuff down in my basement where my table is, and so I'm constantly moving it all around, and then just trying to get into here and see what settings I needed to move everything to on the Zoom broadcast.
Yeah,
Because
I think it's
I
fine.
what's that?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, good. Okay, because I moved everything around. Um, so are you and I live right now?
Yeah,
Okay,
I had this
so
live for like 20 minutes, 30
oh
minutes because I'm trying to get
wow.
people in here.
So they just get started with the lag. And
Yep.
do you I can't I got to get the screen enlarged a little bit, but I can't see what Rob's Fargo is. I just know, he's a
It
great player
says
as well.
747 on
Yeah.
there.
And I definitely take Billy as a favorite in it, but in one set, Rob's more than capable of winning. This should be a really good set.
Yeah, you sound fine. Yeah,
Okay.
the funny thing is, Hank, out there in Facebook land, I seen them in the bracket. And I was like, oh, that's a good match. And then like
Yeah.
10 minutes later, I was like, oh yeah, I remember what happened before. And ironically, obviously, I was there, but I mean, I'm sure these guys are just gonna play, and nothing like that's gonna happen.
Right. How have your numbers been with this? You bringing a lot of viewers to
I
it?
mean, kind of low, really, but
Yeah.
I mean, the Shane is not there. There's a lot of players that just are not there.
Yeah, and what's really funny is I also think that between a lot of players not being there, like what you mentioned, but then there's two major things going on too. I mean, you got State and Michigan, so you got a lot of players there, but then you have the expo itself. You've got however many thousand tap players running around. You've got the
That's true.
Allen's event on the bar table side going as well, and so I mean, you got a lot of people 300 feet away from you, but whether or not everybody's going to tune in.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Zach was yelling at me for doing so many tables. I'm like, dude, there's not even that many viewer numbers right now to even worry about.
yeah, I mean, you bought in, you do you, right?
Yeah.
Only thing I got to do is figure out how to get the screen enlarged a little bit so I can see everything a little better.
Are you on your computer?
Yeah.
Rob beat, I want to say Nathan.
Okay.
Was it like on the hill? Nathan missed a
There we go.
ball when it was like 8. I'm like, man, this kid plays great. This guy's got great fundamentals. 2 seconds later, he misses a ball in the corner. We just all cracked up.
Right.
All right, guys. So this is Steve Bowers, and obviously I'm TvMike. So thanks to Steve for jumping in here with us to watch this match.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good one to watch. We got Rob coming out of a little bit of safe, but I don't think he got there. So Billy from the 4 on, looking to see if it goes through or not. I don't have great view on some of the shots to be able to see whether or not you're going to have the window for it, but he's definitely down looking at it. The way he's queuing at it, I think he can get after it. Roll off the 6 a little bit, and then should be good for the out. A little tighter to the rail than he wants to be, but those are things that scare me and not somebody of that
Oh,
caliber.
he's jacking up.
Just a little bit, but those are some of the feel good shots early in a set, though. I mean, no matter what level, come out and you make that ball nice and clean. It just give you a little pep in the step, and he can finish his out from here. Now, is this a winter break format? I haven't been watching much of it. I'm not real sure on how this one runs.
Actually, the rules are on the site. I think it's alt break. Besides that, if it's World Nine Ball Tour rules, I'm pretty sure it's 9 on a break counts, and
Yeah, and it is. So yeah, 9 on the break counts, and they will be playing winter breaks then. See, Billy went a little long on the 7, but comes through it nice and clean to get back to the 8. And
let me see if all the rules are up there.
it looks like he's going to come around 3 rails for the 9. Ooh, spit it out. Not how you want to get started if you're Billy, but it's a ball that you can definitely miss. You're just trying to make sure you hit it nice and clean and make sure you get shape for the 9, and you end up rattling the 8 ball.
All right, this is what it says: races at 10, double elimination until the final 8. No redraw. Rotate the break, which I'm assuming is an alternate break.
Mm-hmm.
Rack your own. 9 on the spot. Break box. All ball fouls. And the round 1 is seeded. So
Mike, I've got the YouTube feed up on my other screen just so I can see comments, but watching this and the YouTube feed looks great. Watching it through Zoom, there's a little sputter in it. Is there any setting that I can fix on my end, or is that just going to be the Zoom
I
feature?
think it's just in general. I think it's
Yeah,
just internet.
but looking at everything on uh, on YouTube, it's coming across real nice.
So
So
yeah, I mean,
I
are
think you got
those
a good stream.
events winter breaks?
They usually are, yeah.
Yeah, so that's yeah. I thought it was alternate break.
I mean, they keep it winter breaks. I mean, by the time they put the 9 on the spot, and especially with the WNT events, that the pockets are so much tighter. You just don't see the packages that you'd see, in the 90s and early 2000s where players would run out from everywhere. So uh, keeping it winter, or going back to winter breaks, I think just makes it a little more fun because you're just not going to see somebody put together 5, 6, 7 racks. It it's such a rarity that it happens.
Yeah, we seen some racks run at the Derby from Josh Filler. He was on fire.
Sure, but at Derby, didn't they open the tables back up a little bit? Weren't they playing back on? I can't
Oh
remember if they
yeah,
were if they were 4.5 or
four
if
and a
they were four and a
quarter, I
quarter.
think. Yeah,
And then what you'll see at events like this, and I just don't know how often Rob plays anything like this, but the cup break, you'll see the top tier players that are just really, really strong with it, and players that are, great players in their own right, but they just don't break in this format, and it really shows there.
I mean he's always playing somewhere, but it's
Yeah,
probably
that's for
mostly
sure.
bar table, like anyone else would be mostly bar table. He was just in Indianapolis the other week, I was told, playing a split bracket or in the area of that of John Wayne somewhere.
Oh, sure. See him come rail first, try to make it in the corner, and come back around for the 3. He made the 2 on the break. It's a long way for that cue ball to travel, but it's a natural path. He's just got to hit it real clean. But I think he was sizing up the make, but he could definitely be trying to play safe.
Have you seen Rob play too much? Because he's got this crazy queuing style.
Yeah, just at actually here at the expo, and then he was at either Birmingham when I was there or the PA bar box. I don't remember which, but I ran into him 2 or 3 times. Well, double kiss separation there, but he's definitely got Billy hooked 2 balls. I know he's always, like you said, I mean, he's always playing, whether it be tournament or in action. He's definitely not shying away from any of it. Good full, good full hit from Billy, but
I
no
think if
reward.
I think if he put enough time into big table pool, he could get there again. Like there's always the issue of like, hey, why doesn't Hennessy try on the Moscone Cup? Why doesn't Rob get on the Moscone Cup? Why doesn't
Yeah, I mean, I can't really speak to it too much. I mean, I don't know either of them well enough to say, what type of work they're putting in or anything, but uh, it's what's the carrot at the end, really? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's why you love what you're starting to see from WNT and how much they're putting things out, but it's all, don't get me wrong, they're doing work over here. Um, but the amount of travel these guys have to put in, the amount of time they have to spend overseas
well,
to,
yeah. I mean, basically, if that's what you're saying, is it really is it really worth it at the end? Because
yeah,
yeah, that's pool for you.
absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're golfing, you can get on the Saudi tour or, you know, be top 200 in the world and still make a great living, sure, you'd see a whole lot more people chasing it. But when you got somebody that out and out plays as good as Rob, and Rob's a great player, but still just not there to be considered that top tier.
Right, and then how long will it take you to get to that top tier?
Yeah, and can you?
That's
I
what
I,
that's
I
what
mean,
they
at the end of
say.
the
Like
day,
about even these young guys, like Sam and Eric Roberts and all these guys. They're gonna have to play and travel in all these events for a long time before
hmm
they can start beating the top guys.
and look at the top two in America right now. Federer and Shane, and what do you hear about them? It's just the work that Federer has put in to get to where he is at such a young age, and the work that Shane still does. I mean, you know, sh- everything you hear about Shane, he's kind of that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, first first person in, last person to leave, puts in all the work, constantly playing, just pull, plays all games great, and it definitely shows for it every time he's on the table.
Yeah, but if you're one of those Americans, like you were saying, trying to get there, you'd have to be able to beat them occasionally. Really.
Absolutely. A little back and forth from Rob and Billy right now. Um, even if he can make it, you don't love where he's at from here. I didn't think he could.
It's no good.
Nope. Billy get past that side pocket and got a nice little chance to get out here.
Shout out to Billy's mom, who's always watching and sharing the feeds when I put Billy's games up. Mostly for the state of Ohio, really, but
Mm-hmm. Nice clean hit there.
I think it did almost every single one of Billy's games. I might have missed one of them at the Derby, but every time I seen him, I had, I got 3, 4 computers, so I was just, I'm gonna get him on one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Billy stuns down table for the 6, a little light on it, but I think he's in good shape still. Just make sure you miss that corner pocket coming back up table for the 7. Yeah, he hit that ball real nice. Pretty straightforward from here. Just play it out nice and clean and get himself back 1-1. You had yourself a nice little match the other day after things fell apart. You probably got a more tame and really, really competitive match with Shane and Dunbar.
Oh yeah, yeah. Could have robbed you. Could have robbed everyone. Adam could have robbed. Oh man, it's crazy. He's talking about playing again, and of course he wants to play again. He's actually a strong favorite, but if they do play again, I'll be interested to see if. Ooh, that's a bad one.
Billy catch another 8-ball.
Oh, we got a little bit lucky though. I'd be, interested to see if there's more people that'll be like, "I'll take Dunbar right out the box." You know what I mean?
The thing is, and I don't mind saying this at all. I do think Shane's the favorite. I mean, that's where I wanted to bet. And for me, it doesn't matter. Money's money, so I'm just going to take who I think's going to win. But Dunbar's not helpless, right? He played a really, really nice set. Shane struggled early.
That
Shane
was the
figured it out.
difference, really. That was the difference.
Yeah, but even with that being the difference, I mean, who would have thought that Shane ties it? I think at 19. Who doesn't take Shane from there? And
Right.
Dunbar wins 25-23. It was a good set. I enjoyed it. I mean, and you were talking about all the people that were betting on Shane, and yeah, you looked at the comments. That's what everybody was asking for. But I mean, I had a few people reach out to me. I lost some money on it, so obviously there were some believers in Dunbar, and he definitely showed.
Oh, you got some action.
Yeah, I got a little action on it. I lost about what I won the night before on Mackey's set. So running about even for the week.
Oh, okay.
$10 ahead.
That one was wild as can be as well.
I've never seen Mackey like that. So it was.
I've seen him like it a few times. Usually alcohol's involved, but
was he pretty deep into that? Whatever night that was he drinking pretty good?
I mean,
that's a nice shot from Robb there.
A little bit, but like afterwards, more so. But I mean, I kind of put him on a schedule. Like, hey, you got this much, make it last. Like, don't go crazy or nothing.
Did he play a second set then, or did he want to? I heard you talking about it.
He wanted to, and I'm like, there's no way am I going to let you play another set. You just did a race to 21, and now you're even more.
No, Robb does a nice job of taking advantage of 2 mistakes from Billy. He's got 2-0 lead, and I guess I was completely wrong about the break format as Billy's up there breaking, so it must be alternate.
Rotate the break, it says.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing.
That's why I'm volunteer labor. I don't know anything. It's fine. But yeah, I watched. Actually, it was Dusty's feed because he had that head-on feed, and he shared a clip of it today.
Yeah.
And was it really showed what Mackey did and just how animated he was. Like when I was watching from you on YouTube, and you were kind of repeating what he said, but it was kind of hard to tell.
Some
exactly
of the audio
what was
got blocked out
and
because of the noise cancellation. Because he wasn't like talking in the mic or anything; he was just screaming in the room.
Right.
You can't save me. I mean, it's funny.
Well,
there was even more than that going on, but I didn't put it out there.
Right. Yeah, it was a little bit of back and forth. That seems that's been a pretty hot room though. There's real fair amount of action down there. You've done pretty good the last couple weeks with it.
Yeah, for sure.
But we got Billy made the one there. And looking at the two, I like him to just play safe down table, bury him in between that wall of balls on the bottom right. Or that way's fine too. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to try to trump what Billy sees on the table and what he can do with the cue ball and the rails. Um, that 9 might have made the cue ball big. It might have taken it too much to the corner pocket, but I think I would have tried to take the cue ball down table that way. But again, I only play good from the chair.
Guys, if you want to catch all the matches, use my address there. I know TvMike.live. You go to the digital pool site for the event, and it'll give you a coupon. Then you can watch all the tables and switch back and forth.
And he definitely didn't leave him a layup, so Robb comes up short, but I also don't think that he left him all together easy. We'll see at the beginning of the match too. I mean, you just very rarely do you see somebody come out and just absolutely swinging and just everything look like they're shooting everything into the ocean. So a little bit tight from both of them in the beginning. What you don't want to do here is give Robb too many clean looks. If you're Team Billy, you've already made a couple of mistakes that's got him up on that 2-0 lead, but plenty long enough race that you can get it back. You just don't want to let Robb start running around the table like he's at a track meet.
Getting these first two games, actually, I mean, that's pretty good advantage.
Absolutely.
It's not a huge, long race.
I mean it's a little longer than short, right? I mean, it's not 13. It's definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, there can be some swings back and forth, but mostly if that's winter breaks, since this is alternate breaks, I mean,
Yeah, between it being alternate breaks and I mean
that tightens it up a little bit.
they're not playing on the kiddie tables, so
Yeah, I like that. I do all my gambling matches, and then guys come in and say, "Oh, these guys are playing on the kiddie table."
right. It's all I know how to play on anymore.
Robb's cueing is so wild. He's like 2 tips off the ball left, but then he goes through a straight bottom.
Mm-hmm. Adam Martin was telling me that that's how he cues on the ball as well. I ran into Adam last week, and um, you watch Adam play, and he's just so mechanical. I mean, he's really
I
repetitious,
haven't
and
seen
it's
him in a while.
hard to find flaws there. But he was talking about how he just lines up a little bit left of center every time.
Yeah, that's an old school method apparently, and that he never decided to change in his
He
game.
was telling me that he never even realized he did it. He actually said Shane was watching him play one night and kind of pointed it out, and sure enough, that's where he was. But yeah, he's not changing it. Yeah, Robb
Right,
comes through with a real nice 7 ball there, and
man.
a little bit of
This is
angle to pop
huge.
off for the 9.
This is huge. 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's kind of I mean, and good for Robb, right? I mean, 3-0. If you're Billy, you didn't want to see him get out right there for sure. I mean, you can sit back on the fact that he gets those first 2 games because you you didn't close out on the 8 each time, and while you don't like it, you can at least feel good about it. You're the one at the table, you're capitalizing, and let me get back to the table and keep doing what I'm doing. But obviously, we've talked about how good Robb is, but if you weren't giving him the table time, great. You still feel good about getting back into it, but you let Robb start running out, let him get a little bit loose.
You see that template rack? That's a different one. It's like not even a diamond shape. It's just like
I think is that the one that does all games? I think that I know it does 9-ball and 10-ball, but I think you might even be able to rack. Well, probably not 8-ball off of that, but I think you can rack 9-ball and 10-ball off of it. Maybe not.
yeah.
This is the first I've been able to watch any of it, so I wasn't
Oh, okay.
real familiar with
Yeah,
what they
we
were
started
doing.
at noon today. 128 players. I mean, half the field is like shortstops or amateurs. This is one of the smaller like pro events,
Yeah, it's
but this
well,
year it's it's
um,
match room.
I
So
know Greg Notke's out there playing this
yeah, I
weekend.
seen that. I
Eric
seen his
Withrow's
name out
playing
there.
this weekend. I think you carried one of Eric's matches.
Yeah, Mike Cease did that. Yep.
Who did Eric draw?
I don't think it was anyone notable.
Okay. And that's the thing about Eric. I mean, he loves playing so much, and he's able to get out and do some of that traveling and get in some of those events. I mean, I know he spent a lot of time down at Derby and had a really good time down there. I want to get down to Buffalo's. That's the one I want to go to.
Francisco Serrano.
Okay.
643. I mean, it's about the same speed,
Yeah, and I mean,
really.
I know Eric. He wants to go in there, and I mean, he wants to draw Fetter. He wants to get an 800 player, and either sit there and watch or try to get as many as he can against him. He wants to play the best.
I'm going to get this Sean Wilkie game
Oh, what
started
a
over
nice
here.
shot there.
Wow.
Got up on that real good. Fought through there okay, but he's got to come with a shot to get back here. Ah, nice straight stroke. He hit that ball real nice. Come over short side for the 5. Billy with a nice position to get a game here. The 5 come back for the 6 just a little bit, leave enough angle to come back up for the 7. I like what he did there as far as coming all the way down to the end rail. Stay in your comfort zone. You make the 9's not a big ball there at all when you do it that way, and then he can just roll up and around and get to the 7. A little straighter than he wants to be here, but he's got options. I mean, you know, stop shot just gives him the angle that he wants to draw back to the 9, or he can roll up to the side. I think this is one of the times that you're going to do how you feel. And I think after Billy missing that 8-ball twice, I think he's opting to roll up there. And who knows, he might do that all the time. But nice little stun down to the 9, and he's in great shape. All right, we got Billy at 3-1 here.
Oh man, this is where we need a microphone, sir.
They jawing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean he's coming up and looking at the rack and oh my god. I mean
Oh.
they can't I mean it's a template rack, so you know when they had that thing back in the day, it was no template. It was racked for each other. Actually, is what it
I'll
was.
tell you, with the template, you can mess with that just as much as you can mess with anything else. Not at all saying that he is, but I just hope they just sit down and play pool the rest of the way out. Maybe it's better we don't have a microphone.
3-1. Yeah, see the shape of that template?
Yeah, I've seen. I don't break with the template too often at all. Too too often at all, but I've seen that before. Here's what we were talking about earlier, though. I mean, it's just so hard. These guys break it so well, but Billy doesn't make the one ball, and then you look where the two is. I mean, you come up dry, so you got Rob back to the table, but you're just not going to see those layouts that everybody's going to get out from everywhere on. But Rob does a real nice job holding the cue ball there and leaving Billy a kick shot. He might be getting the jump cue out.
Good luck.
It's where you just hope for more separation from there. Rob had him pretty tight to it. It's not the easiest jump, but Ford down there making the pocket potentially a little bigger for him, and he can just come back out for the two ball. It's one of those shots. If he hits it clean, the pocket's smaller. If he hits it bad, that pocket gets big real quick. And he just hit it perfect.
Clay Davis, hello. What's up, kid?
How you doing, Clay? Tell you what, there's a kid that can play some pool. He's just got that pesky job and career that holds him up. But
Right.
Clay's a fine player.
That's a good game for you.
I tell you what, we've talked about it a couple of times. I don't mind saying this on the stream. Clay hits them better than I do. We might be somewhat close on a bar table. He'd murder me
Oh
on a
yeah,
big table.
don't even try to play him on no big track or nothing.
He'd
No.
murder me on a big table.
No, he plays on a big table all the time. Which is what you need to do if you want to get better and try to progress.
Absolutely.
He wants to come to some of these events actually, because obviously I talk to him all the time, but he's got the whole
It's that pesky job.
yeah.
Him being an upstanding citizen and all.
Maybe there's some summer events that he can go to when he's not teaching.
Boy, Rob's just in good position to go up 4-1 here, isn't he? Good angle on the 5 to come back down for the 6.
Thanks for watching the free YouTube stream, guys. Hit the like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. But also, if you want to check out any of the other stuff, make sure you go to iknowtvmike.live, and you can get a discount on the package to buy all the tables. Sponsored by Digital Pool.
I was glad to see you catching some more ground with your YouTube streams. Just seems to be. I mean, you mentioned it
Oh, it's tough to
on
get
the match the other
subscribers.
night. Yeah, but you know, so many smart TVs and whatnot, they've got YouTube on their TV, and being able to watch just anywhere obviously is great, but watching it on your TV is the best.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I watch it on my 4K TV at home. Sometimes review it, and I'm like, man, is this clear? It just like
It
it's.
looks great. It does. It looks really good. Robb got real good on the 6 and pushed that 7 down. I mean, real good. I guess he wouldn't have had to move it, but he still got to the angle, just moved it right down to the rail, held the angle, come back up for the 8. Still in real nice position to take a 4-1 lead. Take a ball like this, and everybody plays this a little bit differently. Most of these guys at this level, you'll see punch it out just like he did. Other people will use the rails, come around 3 rails, and take that side pocket into play a little bit more, but get a little straighter on the 9. I don't like coming across like he did because that's where I catch the side pocket, but he's a little 50-yard line. More than a favorite to make it, though, obviously.
Yeah, see, he's like extreme bottom left. He got up and down on this ball
Yeah, he definitely didn't
three
love it, but
times.
he did everything you're supposed to do with it. He let that cue ball come down the table a little bit more than you're supposed to, but you know, you get up, you get down, and get back up until you see it.
You see who that was just walked by? I mean, I don't even know if you've met him or not, but Pat Calvaresi.
I have met Pat before.
Oh, okay. He's a fine player.
Mm-hmm.
Big table and bar table. Real good 8-ball player. Real good.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get a chance to watch him play as much as I would have liked to, but yeah, he actually came out to my team tournament.
Oh, okay.
4-1 Robb with the break. Is this their last round for the Mike or for the night, Mike?
You know, I think it is actually because if you look at the brackets,
I'd have to think it's getting close.
9. Um, yeah, I don't see anything else on the A side coming out after Jason Shaw's match on table 11. Everything else is
Boy, he hit that break real well. Tied up a little bit there at the rack.
scheduled for 1:30, unless there's doing some B side. No. Yeah, we resume at 1:30, like nothing earlier.
Okay. And does this finish Saturday or Sunday?
I think it goes all the way till Sunday.
Yeah.
They only have 16 tables.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you know, I've listened to a couple things, and you look at a lot of these events, and that's, you know, how many of them are ran in pool halls and different rooms and whatnot, and 16's kind of the sweet spot for them. If they get 16 tables, they feel they can do about everything. Yeah, it's all with, you know, how much time do you have? How many days can you drag it out over? And
Yeah, 128 players
man,
on
that's
16 tables. It's pretty. It's a little thin,
such a
really, but
tough role for Billy there. I mean, you know, he got on the 2 real good, hit it nice and full. Comes right back around there to where it's a duck for him. Just deciding whether or not he can play it in the side and keep position, or if he's going to have to shoot it down in the corner. You got Clay in the chat room offering to jump in the van with you. Say he's ready to go on the road this summer.
Oh, okay.
What is that? Galapagos? How do you say that down there?
I'm not going to be able to say it now that you butchered it.
At least I knew I
It's
butchered it, but
Gallipolis.
Gallipolis. Okay,
Yeah, it's in Ohio.
right. It's about 2.5 hours away from me, I think.
It's like the most southern part of Ohio, really.
It might be closer to 3 then. Galapagos is it's an island.
Right,
It's
that's
an
where the
no,
turtles are. The
it's an
Galap.
island
Yeah,
chain.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Galagos or something. Islands.
How I said it, that's actually really close to how you pronounce the island. I think I'm really close to it if I'm not right, but it's just not how you say the sound
Galapagos.
or how you say the town in
Yeah.
Ohio.
Gallipolis. It's about
But
40 minutes from Huntington.
okay,
And it's about 40 minutes from, like, the league room, Parkersburg.
Clay just said needs to learn how to break 8 ball. I'll tell you what, all he needs to do is watch Shane Murphy, that little 5-pack that he put on last night. That was break 101 right there.
Yeah. And Dunbar didn't fold after that. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, I'll still take Shane, but um, I think it I think it showed even more heart for Justin to get the win from where he did than if he would have just kind of kept running away from it. Because I tell you what, Shane brought all the heat, right? I mean, I think it was 16-11, I think. And then it was 19 something. And I was telling um, somebody I was talking to, I said, if Shane can get within 2 or 3 games before Justin gets to 20, I think he's got a really good chance. Well, Shane tied it up at 19. And, Justin comes away with a win. Good for Justin. Robb catching another game. They're up 5-1.
Yeah, this is a big lead for Robb here. Let's see if he comes over and takes a look at the rack.
Yeah, it's just amazing how a set can take on a personality right away. I mean, again, we talk about Billy being the favorite in the beginning, and he gets to the table. He's got 2 real nice looks to go up 2-0. Next thing you know, he's down 2-0 instead, and that just carries on. And here we are at 5-1. Yeah, I'm not at all taking anything away from Robb, but when you're Billy and you start off and you get those good clean looks and they're balls that you're supposed to make it. We've all been there before. It's tough to fade that.
One in the side.
Is he gonna get in the way there?
Nope. That's
Oh,
clean.
real good look at the
Yeah, that's
two.
a real good table.
Real playable rack here. If you're Billy, you'd love to get out from here. Let your stroke out a little bit. You still got to contend with that 4 ball. I don't know if the 4 passes the 8. I think it does. Sure looks like it does from here, but
Yeah, I would say it does.
I think we just witnessed why I like 8 ball so much. I mean, Billy, that for all intents purposes, that was about his out ball. That's gonna be about the hardest shot that he should have this
Oh,
rack. Oh,
Lord,
yeah.
have mercy.
And he ginned that 2 ball. I like those ducks to start with. Finally, we see Billy get a good roll, though. You don't like the miss, but he definitely left him tough.
You think he comes behind the 7?
Yeah, you can come behind the 7. You can go just side rail to side rail and try to use the 6 as cover that way. I sure don't think he plays offense with a 5-1 lead. Yep. Right down to the 7, just like you said.
He can see the edge of this.
Think you left him a peek. Yep.
Yep, yep.
It's not a bad shot from where he was at all. Real nice cue
Keeping the
ball
pressure
there.
on him, yeah. Clay, if you want to learn how to break 8-ball, you should pick up a Monster Crush. Or get in my raffle, and that goes for anyone else who's listening.
Tell you, if you're Team Billy, you'd like to see him make right here.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
All air.
Ball in hand from the 4. Have to move side to side from the 6 to the 7. That's really not going to be much of anything. Really, that 4 ball was probably his most important shot to get everything lined up.
Yeah, with the math the way it is right now, 5-1 in a race to 10, Robb doesn't even have to really play exceptional.
No, and I mean, he's just getting good looks at the table and executing well. Comes up to the right side of the 6 here. Pop back out for the 7.
Robb's still playing with wood.
I want to come over a little bit more, and maybe Robb did too, but I mean, he's definitely got the angle to come back out, but I just think you've got to hold the cue ball a little too much from there. But I do know players that play for just about that spot to get there. I want to be about a foot further. That's probably, as far as balls that he's made, the least clean he's hit. I mean, he had a pretty bad miss on a 2-ball early in the set, but it's one of the first balls he didn't hit in nice and clean. Wiped his feet just a little. But yeah, mathematically, it's getting real tough for Billy from here.
Yeah, coming back with alternate break. I mean, he can't make mistakes at all. And then he's pretty much got to hope that Robb makes some.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it's TvMike, and this is Steve Bowers from Northwest Ohio. Looks like we got like 100 people on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm sure you have, but
Clay's in the chat room talking about a tournament at Bugs. Mike, have you streamed out there before?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, we did. Actually, the funny thing is me and Mackie drove out there to play Dunbar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like pretty fresh when they opened.
Mm-hmm.
Did a couple things out there.
Yeah, I'd like to, and I mean, I know Justin's more than up for it. I'd like to play him again. It finding a location for us is a little bit difficult. I'm not really crazy about playing at Icebreakers again. Not for that. And he's not a fan of going to Buckeye for it, so gets a little tricky.
Well, yeah, now that Zippies is gone.
Well, to be honest, I mean, we did play our first set there, and um, as time went on, I mean, they just really struggled with humidity in the room, and the rails were really really bouncy. So I mean, I played the set that we played there, and I mean, there was a couple reasons for that. I wanted to get some visibility to the room, and um
Yeah, sure.
hadn't hadn't played there, tons and tons when we did play. And just as time went on, I mean, it's right up there by the lake, and just they had a hard time controlling the humidity, and the balls hopped off the rails there quite a bit. It's just tough to go play a set for that much money on equipment that you're not, you know, I don't want to say comfortable with, because I mean, comfort wasn't. You can go into a stranger's room, you're not going to be comfortable on that table. You don't know it, but a room that is kind of at a disadvantage, I guess is what I'll say.
Yeah.
Billy trying to make a little bit of noise here.
Now this one, I really can't tell if it's clean.
I mean, he's definitely looking at it like it is, but yeah, I'm with you. I would have wanted to be below it a little bit, but it's all about perspective. You hit that real nice. You hit that really, really good. Pretty much a stun shot, maybe stun forward just a tiny bit. Just bear down, make the 6. Six, seven, eight from right there. I don't know if you're going to see him go into the 9 a little bit, or if he's just going to be able to completely, yeah. I think he's got enough room to cue around it comfortably. I don't think he's got to put too much spin on the ball. Looks like he's got a good clean bridge over it. Come with a real nice shot there. 6-2.
I'm going to run a promo real quick. Welcome back, TvMike here with Steve Bowers. We're watching Ohio's Billy Thorpe trying to make a comeback here.
Mike, where's Rob from?
Well, I would say, he's lived all over the place. He's lived in
Ooh,
like southern Florida.
okay,
He's living in Louisiana at this point.
okay. Um, Billy did what you absolutely don't want to do when you're trying to mount the comeback. He lost the cue ball and broke the balls entirely too good for that to happen. So Rob's playing the ghost with nothing touching a rail, nothing touching each other. 2 to the 3 is going to be the challenge here. Mike, you traveling at all this weekend, or are you just going to do this remotely all week?
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay here. They asked me to come down to Gallipolis again. They got a tournament on Sunday. I got like 3 games I can do down there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, just give me a break for a minute. Like, yeah, the money's good, but let me just relax at home for a minute. Plus, I got a good reason to do it. We're doing all this good content here.
Sure. Well, Rob's just striking the ball real well. A lot of things can happen there. You can end up to where you're really jacked up. He's got to stretch a little bit, but you could have ended up to where you've got a rough angle to where you're really jacked up. You could have hid behind the 5. I know the caliber player those guys are. It's not things that you run into as much, but they're all definitely possibilities and things that he had to avoid. And he got in that window real well.
Yeah, I don't know if he got there.
Oh,
It's close, that's for sure.
I don't believe he did. I didn't expect him to really go out like that. I thought he would come back, but
Maybe he can swerve this ball. It's either that or it'll go, but it's just really close.
he definitely had to spin around it. He overspun it. Overspun it, and I believe left it there for Billy.
Yeah, I believe he can openly see it, although the camera does make it look like it's close. Ooh.
I tell you, Billy's just not sharp right now. And it's so hard to get going too. Not a lot going right for you, and chance to capitalize, and unfortunately just didn't do it. But did leave left Rob a little difficult there. Think he was going for the jump cue.
Listen, not that I want to glamorize Buffalo or anything, but he always says this alternate break, it just stops you from playing your best pool.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That's and I'm pretty sure that with most of the WNT events, it is winter breaks. Um, now,
Ooh, nothing.
ooh, a little ball in hand there. And now you get the people at Fargo, and I've watched some of the things that they put out there, and they tell you that there's really not um really any difference from loser breaks to winter breaks to alternate breaks.
They say the math's pretty much the same for all three, and I mean, they're coming with pure numbers, and it's hard to argue the numbers, but I'm going to argue the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm going to argue the numbers pretty hard. I mean, winter breaks. I'm,
3 rails.
I didn't want to come in contact there, but he certainly didn't get hurt by it. Those are the things that have. I mean, obviously Billy missed that one shot, but this is kind of what you have to see if you're going to mount that little comeback. You've got to
Right.
see balls rolling your way, and then you capitalize. And Billy missed the first shot. It was by no means a gimme at all, but lucky enough to get back to the table. I mean, you definitely don't foresee Robb giving up ball in hand from where he did, but just like what you said. I mean, from here you run these couple balls out, and I kind of lost track of whose break it is, but all you want to do is get up there and break and try to do it again. And I'm pretty sure it's Robb's break because Billy broke and scratched on this rack. And am I right on my counts? That the one that Billy broke and scratched on? That I thought Robb was going to get out on? Yes.
I think he went on a break.
Yep. So here we are, six. Did you do the score already? Is it 6-3 or is it 6-4?
They do it.
Okay. Yeah, so here we are, 6-4 now. No, 3, sorry. And you've got, once they get back from their break, it's going to be Robb breaking. Yeah, I watched Fargo put out like a 5-7 minute video or something where they were going over the numbers of whether it be winner break or loser break or alternate, and they flat out said that it's tomato all the way across the board. Clint in the chat room uh, says he doesn't mind the alternate breaks. It puts more of an emphasis on mistakes and brake controls. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Clint, yeah, you can't put a 3-pack on someone, but me as a player that's not very likely to do that, I don't mind it. Right? I wanna have the chance. I'll play in any format. I'm not gonna not play in a format because I have a strong preference over one. Um, short races I do prefer at least alternate because that three pack can actually put you out of a tournament. But if I'm playing in a tournament, it's a little bit longer race with winter breaks. Buyer beware.
All right, they're going to be a minute. I'm going to run some promos here. Check out the Monster Crush, guys. I got like 20 pieces of this queue. And I probably have more than anyone does because I bought every single one that came out.
All right, looks like we're getting back here. Got Robb to break up 6-3 against Billy Thorpe. So far, Robb's done a real nice job of getting out and taking advantage of a couple mistakes, but he made half the rack here and
Yeah, and scratched.
coughed the cue ball up right away. Here's how quickly it can turn though. We were 6-1. Let's see if Billy works this out though. But Clint mentioned in the chat about how important it was to control the cue ball in a format like this. He's absolutely right. Billy scratched and was fortunate to get the win off of his break in a rack that he absolutely shouldn't have. And now Robb kind of said, hold my beer, and made a couple more balls, and we'll see if Billy's able to capitalize. But, that he gets out here, puts him 6-4 breaking. We got ourselves a set. How quickly it can turn.
Sky and Eric Roberts, I believe, are playing on the main stream.
Billy brought that down table nice and clean. Little angle for the 7. Tap back out, put it in the side, and just push past for the 9 or draw back. I think he draws back here. Oh, there you go.
Booker is going to play Robbie Piggott Saturday, getting 25-20.
I see Booker, obviously hearing him on your stream, and I can't say I've ever watched enough to have any idea how he plays.
Well, he's definitely been on the stream a lot, I'll tell you that. We beat the pants off him for a while.
Who would you send up against him?
I mean, it's like he had the game to win like many, many times. He just didn't play it right. He was getting all the breaks and don't need to make the 8 ball from John.
Okay.
And played it repeatedly. But he never worked around like tying up the 8 ball.
Right.
I mean, it's a different way to play that game, really. And you can't give it to anyone that's like a solid A player.
No. You have Billy up there breaking down 6-4. Cuts the 1 in. Doesn't have a good look at the 2.
He's always trying to play, though. Booker's got a lot of heart. Look at this shot. Oh, he's on the 2. So what's he going to do? Push?
Mm-hmm.
Knock that ball out of the way or something? Block the 9. No.
No, he's just gonna take it down and make it hard.
I believe this will be our last set of matches for the evening. So whatever's live right now is what there is. I got Oliver Ruger and Sean Wilkie on my other laptop. Otherwise than that, that's probably all you got till 1:30 tomorrow, I believe we said.
I'm going to go play the very little bit of big table pool I play tomorrow. Boy, I tell you what.
That's funny.
Yeah, Rob, sure. Come out smelling fairly clean there. Now Billy's just going to take the ball down high behind the 6 and the 9 there.
I think he's hooked.
Oh yeah, he definitely. I think it's a good thing the 5's there, but he had a wall. Yeah, Mike. Jeff Hall runs a straight pool league out of his house. Actually, he's got an outbuilding that he's got a 9-foot wrestling in, and there's, I don't know, 16, 17 of us that play straight pool over there throughout the season. So that's about the only big table I play.
That's wild.
Rob, nice full hit there, but definitely left Billy in the driver's seat here.
Man.
He get there or not?
It's close.
No,
I think it's short.
Yeah, it's short. He's getting the jump cue out. He had to back cut that 2 ball a lot. I wondered if he was going to try to hold it 2 rails, but obviously I'm guessing he could not by the way Billy went after it. And God, he's an inch from being great on the ball, you know. What do you think his percentage is for a make here?
I think he was trying to make it, but
No, me neither.
I mean, I would think the best percentage
you
on
think
a
he was
jump
trying to
shot is
go into
probably
the 9?
50%. I mean, I would think that's about it.
Yeah. You think he was trying to go into the 9 there, knowing that the 3 would come over to the side and maybe get cover that way? I just can't imagine he was trying to hit it that way. I think he's trying to catch the 9. Get a little lucky if the 9 goes in, but the cue ball is going to roll well the 3 ball is going to roll over the other side of the table.
Instead, it leaves him pretty much out. Sixes, 7, 7, and the 8.
He's got to roll forward a little bit to catch the right angle from the 4 to the 5.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he just kind of talked himself out of a make there. See another safety here. He might go after it, but yeah.
We've got some pretty decent numbers right now. It's prime time, 10:30. Well, it's a little bit past prime time, really, but
Prime time for a pool player.
well, as far as live streams, I mean, you get the best
Sure.
numbers, yeah. Especially a weekday. Man, that was a thin hit.
He hit that ball real nice. Considering the last couple times he's been on the table, he hadn't hit balls quite as clean. Come with that shot's big shot. Come around 3 rails, play this in the bottom left. Here you just got to move to the 7 well.
Skyler's on the hill against Eric Roberts, 9-6. Kevin Clark and Hunter Lombardo are tied at 7. I missed it.
He rattled it.
Joey Arbuckle from Morgantown, West Virginia is down 6-5 to Sullivan Clark from Great Britain. Or maybe that's New Zealand, excuse me.
Same thing. Billy just got to get from the 6 to the 7 well. But Robb's doing everything he can to make sure that this stays exciting. Anywhere but straight.
Yeah, he's not totally straight.
He's got a little angle.
Yeah. He's going to be definitely short. But you know what they call him? It looks
They
like a
do,
kiss
but
bag, though.
I think he'd like that 7 ball to be off the rail a little bit.
I agree.
You know, and hindsight's 20/20, but the angle the way I saw it, I got to swing at that short side, but it's more because I don't have enough to get the cue ball back up table for the 7. You know, and obviously Billy does, but yeah, play that safety there. Get up there in the 9.
I think this goes.
I think so too. But yeah, for me, from where Billy was on the cue ball, I just stun down table, and I take my medicine and I shoot the 7 in the top left. But you know, I'm leaving myself a harder percentage shot for sure, and it's just because I don't have the stroke to get back above the 7. We all know Billy does. Robb's got to come with it here, though. I mean, it goes, but you got to put a nice hit on this ball. Ginned it. Great shot. About to be 7-4.
A lot of times on digital pool on these streams, the score gets updated before they even make the ball
Mm-hmm.
because the video's lagged.
Well, so the player, like, um, do they have? They're using like tablet scoring, aren't they?
I'm
Doesn't Zach
assuming
have?
they got a tablet over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Billy can sit there and can just mark the score before Rob shoots it. So that happens a lot of times as well. I think that's what happened at 6-3 when it moved from 2 to 3. I think one of them moved. I think Rob might have moved it early, but I'm not sure. But much needed game for Rob there. I mean, he'd been on. It was 6-1. Billy put three together to get back within two. So now you got that 3 game separation again. So you've got Rob driver's seat, but definitely not running away. I mean, we just saw Billy win 3 in a row. If he happens to do it again, we're all nutted up at 7. Um, they are racing to 10. So the last 2 breaks, we've seen scratches from both players. See what happens here. Definitely at this point in the match. I mean, really the entire match, but you got serve. You want to hold serve. And again, Rob loses that cue ball now.
Man, they
Um,
scratch a lot
I'm
actually.
I'm gonna be the first to say that I don't have a lot of experience breaking this way, but just different things that I've listened to and whatnot. You get kicked in, and that's just bad luck. There's not a lot you could do about it. But when you draw the cue ball back to the other side, opposite of where you're breaking from, or you draw the ball into the corners, it's just careless. It's just it's like crossing the cue ball over when you're breaking on the spot. You're putting the one on the spot. You're just careless with your cue ball, and there's the byproduct. But um, leaves Billy at the table with ball in hand, one of the two, and really right here's where he's got to come with the rack from the 2 to the 3 to get to the 4, and
9-6 Skyler.
it clears up pretty good from there. I like to see a little more angle. But he's definitely got one to work with and can get back. Well, you don't mind hitting it as long as you're not going to hit it full, and he definitely got a nice roll from that. Great stroke to get back there. You just come around 2 rails for the 5 now, and just stay nice and clean, and you're going to pick one up. This is the silly differences between playing on a big table and a bar table. You cue that ball, and you don't care where it goes when you're playing on a bar table because you're going to be able to reach it, but you play on a big table, you got to shoot it up a little further table, just like Billy did, so he can get a good reach to it. He's going to get a little fortunate and get below the 6 ball here, so he still holds an angle. So he's going to be able to pop out and roll down for the 7.
Yeah, sometimes you
Nice.
play on the 9-footer. I'm just hitting balls. I'm like, I'm not used to reaching like this.
He put a nice hit on the 6.
Really?
Oh.
I mean, he didn't really even put that much on it, but the bottom rejected it.
He came out from the rail a little bit. Just thin the 7 just a little bit, and it cost him. For me, when I play from the 6 to the 7, and I think I'm in the minority on this one, I'll play the cue ball closer to the rail so I can come straight back for the 8. I think most people will play out in the middle of the table like Billy did. I think he wanted just a little more angle, but he definitely was in a spot where he could control everything.
Oliver Roger's up 4-3 on Sean Wilkie. I'm doing that on my other computer.
Robb from the 7, the 8, well, and just cross back over for the 9, and
I'm surprised they didn't pick this for the TV table, honestly.
who's this guy playing?
Eric Roberts.
Okay. Eight, 4, Billy to break. Yeah, I mean, this is 9 ball. I mean, we've all been there, but you've just got to be sick if you're Billy right now. 2 missed 8s and a 7 ball. You're down 8-4. I think Robb played the first half of the set. I think he played real well. I definitely wouldn't say that he's playing bad now, but he also hasn't come with that step on your throat mentality that you want to try to do when you get a chance against a player that's a little better. And so that hasn't happened. So Billy's got some chances to get back in it. He just hasn't been able to capitalize yet. But here, a little bit of a chance. Got to look at the 2. He's got to work on it a little bit to get to the 3. Okay. Come into the 8 with a nice roll. He looked up real quick just to get his bearings, make sure he had everything in play. Might have thought briefly about sliding 2 rails to come back down, but no need there. Over the 7, but not completely tree-topped in the worst way. So just come back out in the middle of the table for the 7, down for the 8, 9 in the corner.
Pretty quick.
Oh, he overrolled that just a little bit, though. I don't think he's in trouble. I just think he's got to come down to the rail and spin it back.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, too close.
Good shot there. Yeah, I don't know if his inside, if he just maybe didn't put the stroke on it he wanted to, or if the inside didn't grab. I mean, I don't know the condition of the tables, how much the cue ball sliding and whatnot, but I mean, obviously he was on the wrong side of the 7. But I thought that he could come down to the end rail and spin back up. Obviously, that's what he thought too, but it did not grab. But I tell you what, he came with a real nice shot there. I mean, you're going to leave him difficult, but you can always slip and leave the edge, and he didn't do that. He's got Robb straight kicking at it, so
That
that's what you
doesn't look
want.
like it's frozen.
No, but Robb put a nice hit on it. You get some separation. Left him to the rail, so by no means a give me out.
Two-way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're Billy, I can't argue that at all. How clean and how much you had to put into that 8 ball to have that travel around 3 rails was pretty sporty, and then you had too much of an angle to try to roll it in, and you're rolling the cue ball about 8 feet to do that. A lot can go wrong. Play that nice natural 2-way. I'm sure Billy would have loved to have had that cue ball come, or I'm sorry, the 8 ball to come back out by that second diamond, but
Did he win that Rail Yards Bank tournament?
no, he got third.
Oh, that's surprising.
Um, who beat him on the hill? Uh, D,
D was up there
D
somewhere.
D beat him on the hill, so D won the hot seat, and then Cash beat him to get back to the finals, and Cash and D split. Another nice shot. Oh, a little light.
Yeah, I don't think you can see enough of it. I know he won that banking invitational
Yeah.
out west. I mean, basically, he banks at least one ball better than anyone, so he should win every bank tournament, really. That's the way I look at it.
I mean, it puts him as the favorite in every one. I'll tell you though, when they were down at the rail yard, I mean, Kyle puts together such a nice event, and the room's outstanding. But they're in an old like a warehouse. For anybody listening that hasn't been there before,
I've
it's
been
a
there. It's big.
really cool room. It's huge, but that bank tournament was while most of the country was getting hit with the storm, and in Kentucky it was just pouring like crazy. Um, so the humidity was up at a pretty high level, and the way the balls were reacting, I mean, everybody was laughing about it. There's that video um, of a goofy 3 railer that Billy shoots.
I seen it.
That yeah, where you see D Atkins, his mouth just drops down to his lap, and that was pretty funny. But Robb tried to play safety there and left Billy the window, and Billy coming back out plays the table length safety again. Hit that with real nice control. Yeah, he hit that really, really well. That's a nice shot. I think from here, boy, that tight to the rail, that just makes it tough.
Yeah, that looks frozen.
Really, you're not thinning it. You can try to play side rail to side rail, but at that point, you might just be 50-50 and try the straight back. Yep. It's so hard to control the cue ball for a safety from where Billy left him. I think that, you know, taking a swing at that, you're more of a favorite than you're going to be to get the safety. If the ball rolls up another diamond, you're leaving Billy tough. Yeah, Billy's able to close it out. 8-6, 8-5. So we got Robb just 2 away from the hill, or 2 away from the match, 1 away from the hill.
Yeah, if he gets
Eighth.
this one before Billy gets anything else, I mean he's almost a lock, really. But
Oh, definitely. Robb's set to lose from here without question. I mean, that's not to say that Billy can't win from here, but it's a lot more about Robb making a mistake than Billy playing good from here to win, in my opinion. Are they at the, I know you were talking about the format of this tournament a little bit earlier. Are they are they at the double elimination portion of this still?
yeah,
Does it
it's
go
it's
double to
double
single?
elimination. That's what it says.
Yeah, so
But
it's
there's
double
not a
elimination and
redraw.
then right, but like
He's scratched.
usually the final 32 they'll go single elimination or something like that.
I think it said final 16.
16, sure. Yeah, and Rob scratch time too. He's just drawing the ball back off the rack into that corner.
Oh wait, it says double elimination until the final 8 with 99 players or less. They got a
Okay.
full field, so it's final 16.
Okay.
$15,000 for first place. That's what the website says. I don't know if they're going to adjust
Sure.
that or whatever. So really, just to get your expenses covered and have a little meat, it's 7th, 8th pays 3,000.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, this goes to what we were talking about earlier. You said somebody's here from, did you say Great Britain or New Zealand or, you know, something like that?
Well, yeah, I mean
I mean,
airfares.
they get,
That's how much it costs to get over here, probably.
yeah, I mean, you know, at seventh, eighth, they're losing money for sure. How far do you think they got to climb in before they're turning a profit on the week? I mean, don't get me wrong. If you hand me 15,000 this week, I'm going to be a super happy guy. But it, you know, what's he spending to go get it? I'll tell you what, he's a little straighter on this five ball than he wants to be. That's for sure.
Well, he's got the dead bank.
Curious how he cues it because, like you know, like you said, he definitely has the bank there, but he's got the chance to roll and get the cue ball above that 7 and 9. Play that two way, but see how aggressive he wants to go after it.
No, he didn't even bank that.
Not at all. Nothing wrong with that. Think he leaked the edge though. Could be wrong. He might have to spin around it.
I think he's looking at like a parallel shift kick.
I'll tell you, unless your name's Tony Johan, it's tough to kick safe from here.
Nope.
I believe that's what he's trying though. Just come off that back rail, thin the six, and spin back around. That's the frustrating thing about it. He's a quarter inch from leaving Billy safe. Instead, he's giving up ball in hand, maybe an eighth inch. So I like playing this way. I mean, this is just my style of play where Billy stopped from going above the 6 to below it. I just like, not forcing that extra rail, let the cue ball take the natural path that way. That's definitely what I would have done there, but doesn't make me right by any means. Billy, a little short on that, so he's just going to come around 3 rails.
It seems like the table might be a little slow. Like,
He's definitely been consistently short, so. Yeah, Clinton in the chat room says 45-yard line. That's pretty spot on, but he did a nice job with it. Hit it just how you're supposed to.
eight, 6, race to 10.
Have we seen a break and run yet? I don't think we
I don't
have.
think so. We've seen a lot of breaking scratches, about 4 of
A
them.
lot of breaking scratches, and a couple times where they definitely could have. Oh, he even got that little friendly kick from the 3 ball. Except for that's not the 3, but friendly kick from the 7. Tough for a shot, but he can definitely get after it here. I think the 4 plays by the 7 as well. So Billy's going to come back up in between the rail and the 7 ball. I think that's how he's cueing. Yeah. Hit that real nice. Come back out in the middle of the table for the 4 ball. And as long as that 4 plays past that 7, he's in nice shape.
Yeah, the balls kind of lead into each other, really.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth from the 6 to the 7 to the 8, but it's not extreme. It's all pretty comfortable, so he gets good here. Okay.
They really let it go there.
Well, it either didn't go or he didn't like. The one thing, he was a little steep on the 3, so it might have carried him a little past middle of the table and made it tough cut. And I mean, if that window is tight to the 7, you don't want to play it unless you're really good on it. So he comes down table, could play it in the side or the corner. I like that.
He's trying to steer that ball.
Yes, he was. Good roll from it, but you're going to see a pretty lock safe from here. Yeah, and obviously, you favor Billy to put a real nice hit on this ball, but still, Rob do a nice job of keeping control of the table. Yeah, you look here, and I mean, you want to send the cue ball down the table a little bit. 7 ball can get a little big, so you just want to be careful there because you end up too high on it, and you can't hold it from the 5 to the 6. So Rob trying to make sure he can get on the hill, take a walk around the table, make sure everything's lined up how he wants.
I don't think he wanted all this angle, but
No, I mean, that's what I'm talking about as far as the 7 ball being big. I mean, it was where the 7 ball is right about where you want to get. And you don't really want to play your cue ball by it too much. This is a pretty hard ball to hold, I think. I mean, the table is playing a little bit slower, but I think he's got to go
up
end
and
rail to
down.
end rail. And,
Yeah. Up and down half table at least.
well, he's going to try to hold it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, you watch that 5 go in, and I mean, wiped his feet just a little bit, but he basically teardropped it in, so he hit it about as good as he can, to end up short. And I mean, I think he's going to be okay here, but I think you definitely really needed to play that all the way back and forth. But as he's running out, I'm sure he doesn't think that at all. Because really, where he ended up on the 6, it wasn't far away from being disastrous, but it really was pretty good. Left him a nice, easy shot to control himself back out in the middle of the table, and then move from the 7 to the 8, and then just, easy to the 9. Well, a little close to that side pocket than he
Yeah, it
wanted to
was.
be, but,
Yeah, it was.
but as long as it doesn't go in, he doesn't care. Well, that's going to put Rob on the hill.
Yep, 9-6. It is double elimination. Until you get like really deep in the tournament, then it's single. But if you get that far anyway.
Right. What round is this, do you know?
I want to say second winners.
Okay. I'd tell you if I'm Rob right now, the one thing that I want to do is put a good break out there. Just something to carry forward into the next match. Assuming that Rob does end up winning from here. This is your last break of the match, no matter what. And when you look at what he's done the last 2 or 3 racks with it, a little discouraging if you're him. So I want to put a good break on the balls. And of course, I looked right down when he broke. So, I mean, he didn't scratch. Just run the 2-ball pretty much straight end rail to end rail, or you're going to go that way. Okay. Saved a scratch to the next shot. Yeah, I mean, so if Rob catches that end rail and bounces it back up a little bit, I think you're good. I kind of saw taking the cue ball straight to the end rail and then wrapping the cue ball between the 6 and the side rail, taking the 2-ball back up table, but plenty of different ways. I mean, he definitely wasn't trying to scratch, just mis-executed a little bit. But leaves Billy ball in hand from the 2. It's amazing how when your object ball is that far out from the pocket, how far you have to get to create angle to it. I mean, he definitely had some angle there, but I'm sure wouldn't have been upset with a little more, but he rolled it back out nice for the 5. Should be able to punch back for the 6. Just hold the angle to get back to the 7. From the 6 to the 7, you get there, it's pretty easy from there. Real nice ball there. Billy's still all young and skinny, so he's not going to get belly hooked like I would.
Listen, that would be a foul. It's all ball fouls. I haven't seen that come up yet.
I'll be nice. I won't name names, but I know a couple good players that really prefer not to play all ball fouls just because of that very reason right there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm not a good player. I'm just one of the players that prefers not to. Oh, Billy does a nice job with the rat gets out there. Makes it a little closer for us.
It's 9-7 now. I believe he marked it early.
And I lied about Rob that being his last break up there. I totally wasn't thinking again. Thought we were back to winter break, so I tried to change the rules of the tournament. But we'll see Rob breaking again if Billy gets a win here. And that's open up the discussion again, but that's where I'm just going to talk about Fargo saying that the results aren't different. Here's a perfect example of why I just don't believe it. You got Billy down 9-7, okay? And let's say he holds serve, gets his break, so we're 9-8, and instead of Billy being up to try to force a hill, you let Rob to the table with Rob with a chance to break. I just can't believe that math says it's the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how it can because the higher rated player is more liable to break and run.
Yeah,
to not even let you to the table.
Yeah, I mean, you start seeing run out players, truly run out players that are suspect to do it. You start seeing those around the 600 level. So your guys that are playing 600 Fargo, they're damn near a dime a dozen. I mean, they're not unicorns by any way, shape, or form. And so I'm a fan of numbers, right? Show me the numbers. I believe them, but I'm gonna contradict myself. I don't believe those numbers. So Billy gets up and breaks. Trying to stick him back there, but it was tough to get him to end up in the wall behind those 2, but does a nice job of creating the separation with 3.
He was definitely playing all cue ball there, though. Last thing you want, have it get goofy and scratch. But he wasn't going to hit it hard enough to drive that 3-ball to the end rail.
I think he went on break. Possibly. Guys, you gotta check out the Monster Crush break cue from Jacoby Custom Cues. I do have a drawing going for one. Or you can just message me and buy one outright. I've got a discount I'm doing for this whole event. $25 off any of the Monster Crushes.
Mike, who you got with Little John and Bergman coming up this in a couple weeks? Who you got there?
Yeah, that's a pretty good spot. I mean, he's what is it, 11-6?
It's 11-6, and
like on his break and not his break.
It's 11-6 both ways, but I think. Hold on one second, because I think there's a little more to it.
That dude's been like in action like hardcore lately.
He won 10-ball set just a little bit ago.
Yeah, I seen something like that.
I think they're playing alternate breaks too. So he's, it's 11-6 every game with Little John breaking every other game. Look,
well, that's one pocket, so he's not giving. Yeah.
For my money, Bergman's the top 1, 2, or 3 ball makers in the country. I mean, the guy just shoots so incredible. We don't see him out with everyone else touring and all those types of things, but you see him on the table and watch that guy pocket balls, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. But that's an awfully big spot, and admittedly, I don't know exactly how well Justin plays one pocket, but that is so much weight.
I mean, he plays it more like if he's going to get a shot, he's going to run out.
Right, but he's got to run
That's
11.
his idea.
He's got to run 11. Yeah, Rob back to the table. Billy had tried to get down below those balls for a safety, come up a little bit short, but still left Rob difficult. We got Rob up 9-7 and a race to 10. For those of you watching on a phone, trying to pick up that little toolbar from Digital Pool can be a little challenging.
Oh yeah,
that thing, their system. I mean, some of the things they're doing with Pool, it's incredible. They're working hard and trying to do some really great things. That score can be a little hard to read.
It does not. It doesn't scale good for me using my software. I don't know if it scales the same on OBS. I don't know. I don't know if you've tried it, but
I have. I haven't been able to do much with it. It's a little bigger in OBS, but it's still difficult, and it's a lower res file too. So you get into it, it'll fall apart a little bit on you.
I mean, I'm doing this intentionally in 1080 because if it was in 4K, you can't see that at all.
Oh, it's got to be pixelated all hell at that
point. It's very,
yeah.
very, very small. I mean, I've been doing 4K streams for a while in super high quality, but like, if I was gonna do the text in my little, in television font,
there's a nice shot
that everyone talks about. Your graphics are like 1980. That's because you can read them.
Yeah.
But if you put the Digital Pool thing in 4K, you can't see it at all.
Right.
You'd have to get a magnifying glass to go up to the screen to read it, really.
Is he playing that combo back, or is he? Yeah. Nice shot. Yeah, he came around table, come around a little bit far, but really came with a nice shot there. Got to put a good stroke on this to come back around and get on top of it, but I think we'll see it. You know,
Man,
I'd be curious to talk to him after this match because it just seems like that shot in particular is one that he struggled with, and I don't know if he's mishitting a little bit, if there's a condition that he's not a fan of. But each time he's tried to load up with inside like that, and I believe he's missed the same point each time. Now, Billy's just, oh
he
wow.
did the same. Yeah, this is the same shot earlier.
No, what I was starting to say is, Billy didn't switch switch sponsors. He's working with Mucci. He's really really happy with them, but it is still new equipment. And um, I don't know where he's at with his progression with that. Yeah, and somebody in the stream just commented nerves. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know any player that doesn't, and I mean, in my opinion, if they tell you they don't have them, they're lying. Um, so much of what this game is how do you play through that, right? Um, you all pool. It's not that reaction sport like basketball or football where sometimes exactly what the moment is. You be on the free throw line or whatever in a basketball game, and you can take a second and pause and see how big the moment is. But in pool, it it's not a reactive sport, so you're walking around. You know the score the entire time. You know what um each shot means, the time that you have to put into it, and so it's you know, what can you do past those nerves? How can you focus through them?
9-8. I'm surprised he don't take a break right now. Honestly.
I don't know what they have for rules.
Oh yeah, they might have rules where you can't just go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. All right, let's go. Have you tried the Monster Crush yet? Have you seen one?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, there's not that many out there yet.
Do you have one chalk that you have out that you let anyone demo?
Yeah. Well, I sold it, but I just grabbed another one to do it. Mackey's got one. Nick Sherrill's got one. Kurt Widniak just bought the original demo I had.
What are they retailing at, Mike?
The Sport Grip one's $850, just like the Blackout Sport
Just
Grip.
right in line with the Rush, then, a little higher.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's going for now
It's
because I
real
don't pay
close.
too
I mean,
much attention
yeah,
to Predator. But the regular version is the one without the Sport Grip. It's like $650 to $700 depending on the color.
okay.
Some of them are actually like, I think it's like $20 more because it's red or whatever.
Sure.
But
Well, Billy,
I
I
got a
mean,
bunch of them.
we're 9-8, and really all you can ask for is a look at the table and a chance. And I mean, he definitely has it right here. He can he can thin the two and try to go offense if he wants, but there's definitely a wall of balls here if he wants to try to play safe. Is he just going for the bank? Okay.
Yeah, plenty of ways to do the same thing. I mean, Mia's running the cue ball up table and leaving distance, but um, Billy opts to hold on that 8 ball, which definitely the better way to go because the tighter you're leaving somebody to the ball, the more you're taking away options. You got the 5 as a blocker for the one rail kick. You've got the 7 ball at the bottom of the table that messes with the 2 railer. So he didn't leave him a layup. Yeah, Billy's in here trying to make it exciting.
He's like, I want to go hit balls.
I saw that setup you got out there, Clay. You got to get a TV setup out there. You get the TV up there, get some stream going while you're playing.
Yeah, he's got a gold crown in there.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, so my table's sitting in my basement right now, and we just moved in. So the basement's unfinished. It's all just poured walls and concrete floor, and it's very, very empty right now. But my plan is to start finishing it this summer. I have no idea how long that's going to take, but I can't wait to get a TV mounted up there to do some different things. I mean, you'd be able to use it for some instruction. I'm not the biggest practice player in the world, but some of the things we've been doing lately has got me practicing just a tiny little bit, and I think having a TV right in front of the table where you can utilize YouTube and do some things, I think that'll
Watch how you're lining up.
yeah, just some drills and whatnot. I mean, just something to. So for me, practice it's just not competitive for me, and that's where I've struggled with it. Robb let that get away a little bit there. I mean, still didn't leave Billy a layup by any means, but definitely wanted to have him hooked by that 9, 6, and 3. Clay says he's got a TV in his room. He just never has it on. He must be more dedicated and focused than I am. Nice job, Clay.
Man, I'll tell you, if he can just like navigate this rack, I mean, this will be
Mm-hmm.
hill.
Mm-hmm. He's still got Robb kicking.
That's a great one pocket shot if that's your hole. Billy can
I tell
see
you, and
it.
this is the first time that I really thought that the table had a little bit of gas to it. That 2 ball just kind of seemed to keep rolling.
He can see this.
Yeah, I mean, he pulls that cue ball right in between the 5, 9 there and avoid that side pocket, rolls out perfect. Well, that was the plan anyway. Oopsie.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe he got him, but still easy jump with the three
Yeah, I mean,
in the
I think
pocket.
he's playing. Yeah,
Relatively easy jump.
Gotta do work to get to the 4.
You can openly see it.
Yeah, just it's a pretty nice hit there. Yeah, he put a real nice shot on that ball.
I think you almost want to put this cue ball up table and put the 4 by the 7.
Well, tough to do both things from there, but yeah. Never mind. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, absolutely.
Like half-heartedly bank it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was thinking you said cue ball, but yeah, put the 4 by the 7 and roll the cue ball up table for sure. I think he's just trying to figure out if he wants to put kind of that same stroke that Billy did, that drag stroke to go above the side pocket and do it, or if he wants to just follow the line and go below the side pocket. Yeah, somebody mentioned nerves earlier, and here's just where again, it's not a reactive sport, so you know exactly the moment. You know how important this ball is, the reward for making a good shot, and the punishment for selling out.
Pretty sure this Oliver Ruger guy
Da-
is tall as Mike Kimmel. He's like this
Oh wow.
monstrous figure on the other screen.
Danny in the chat room. I mean, as far as for me, what I see is just the side pocket talking to him a little bit for the safety. Plus, I mean, he could be looking to thin it to try to put some inside on it and come back. But I think he's just looking for the safety.
No,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
no, he didn't play my shot.
He played it great. Yeah, as long as he looked at it, I just didn't think he was thinking offense. Not after looking at it that long, but no, he played it really well.
I mean, he had to hit that ball really good to hold it.
Absolutely, played it perfect.
Bump. Wow.
So he can thin this in. He's gonna make it exciting.
Yeah. Obviously, come up and down.
It's when you're sitting in the chair and you see that ball rolling up on the 6, and you get a little excited and then disappointed all at the same time.
Better hit the rail, sir.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be in great shape.
Once again, guys, we want to thank Digital Pool. I want you guys to go to the website, use my link. It's built into that domain name. I know TvMike.live. You'll get a discount on the full pay-per-view streams to watch all the tables anytime.
Killed that ball real nice. Yeah, I mean, you're shooting that 8 ball. You definitely wouldn't have been sad to have held another inch or so to where you could roll just right out, but he did. He held that 7 great,
The
and then just
races
took
are
his
to
medicine.
10, and Robb's on the hill with the winning ball.
Yeah, took his medicine on the 8 ball and leaves himself the 9. Yeah, nice match, Rob. 10-8, Rob's the winner.
It's good to see them shake hands for
Yeah,
obvious
absolutely.
reasons. That's good. That's good. Let's see if there's anything else going on right now we can move to, because I know there's no other matches going out.
Yeah, Clay said good night. He's got to get up early.
Man, I'll tell you, I made so many games with that kid, and he's like, I just can't get there. I got baseball. I got this. I got that.
Oh man, I mean, his work day starts at
5,
7:30 every day.
probably, yeah.
And then he's coaching baseball, and I mean, this is probably his busiest season. But Mike, I am gonna call it a night myself. So thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, brother. Thanks a lot. The only thing left, guys, is the Oliver Ruger and Sean Wilkie match, and Sean Wilkie's on the hill.
All right, everybody, have a good night.
We'll
Thanks,
be
Mike.
back at 1:30. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
You bet. Bye.
Yep, have a good night. Stick around. I'll just move the camera over there. While I talk over my own commercial. Okay, table 15. It's probably over in about 2 seconds, but... That was a nice match. It was really cool to have Steve jump in with us. Alright, here's 15. There's the score. 9-5, Sean on the hill. And at the table. Get some fast and loose, man. He's like, never mind that shot. Yeah, this guy's pretty tall, man. He looks like... looks taller than, like, Eric Horlifson or something. Now, this guy did beat Mike DeShane. Lucky leave there. This is Sean's best game. Big table 9-ball. Sean is an avid bird watcher. If you see his Facebook page, he makes posts about his adventures in the park. Wide open. It's good to see they're not putting any matches up at like midnight or anything, so everyone can get a good sleep. Man, these guys are tired already. They need to go to bed, apparently. Looks like most of the event center is actually cleared out. This is the only game going now. And like I said, it looks like we resume at 1:30 tomorrow. I'll have to pick some winners out. Let me see here. Okay, from match 82 out, or no, 81 starts at 1:30. Francisco Ruiz versus Payne McBride. Kevin Goyman, Brandon Schuff, Ralph Souquet, Martin Chichi. Oh, that's Trenton Marty from New Jersey. Mark Bisterbosch, Joseph Celica. Oh, there's the winner. That'll probably be the TV table. Unless, well, it might not be because it'll be a slower game, but it looks like Tyler Steyer and John Hennessy. Lucas Ferner, Aiden Wagner, Jeremy Saucy, Jesus Atencio. That's a pretty good one. Rick Funk, Mickey Kraus. It's like an 800 on a 500 it says, but who knows about Fargo sometimes. P.S. Labuda is playing Demetrius Gelatis. Looks like Lo Ho Sum. Is that China? Probably. Hong Kong. Defeated Sam Henderson, the Rhino, so he's going to play Nick Van Allen. Vitaly Patsura. Tommy Kager from Canada. Rafael Debreo against Niels Fyan. These are all 1:30. Oscar Dominguez and Andre Januarda. From where? ID. That must be Indonesia. Jeremy Seaman and Shane Wolford. That's a good match. All 1:30 games. Then there's a 3:45 B-side matches. What do you want to see? I would think the Hennessy and Steyer game will be on the stream, the main table, but maybe not. If it's not, I'm definitely going to get it. That'll be my main game, I would think. Then I'll probably throw a couple other ones up, just bonus. P.S. and Demetrius might be okay. Although P.S. is probably a 65% favorite. Like half the field in this is, you know, shortstops or amateur players, really. Missing a lot of the top names, but certainly there's top names in it. Earl is in it. It'd be cool to do a game for Earl for sure. Yeah, no filler. No Shane Boning. says you shoot it. Obviously, he must have pushed to a jump. Gotta love it. You can see his tattoo right there getting warmed up for the jump shot. Says get some on his arm to his elbow. I think he's gonna leave this cross bank. Curfew in Philly? Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. Action's starting up. Looks like out on the main floor. Starting to be some fees pop up. TvMike I should have brought back, to the Super Billiards Expo. I mean, I would have got all kinds of action. Really, but it's kind of nice to stay home and just do some of this stuff like this. I mean, if I would have gone there, I couldn't have done nothing outside of like do an action table. Actually, I was invited to come by Divinity, supposedly, to set up a couple cues and possibly do a stream on their bonus table. Or I could have, maybe done a thing with Chili and Shane Jackson on their table. I mean, yeah, the action is where it is, but it's kind of nice to stay home with no expenses for a minute. But yeah, ironically, I mean, I could afford it. I just won $5,000 this week gambling. Oliver Ruger trying to stay in the set, make it 9-7. I mean, look how tall this dude is. I think we're gonna go out to Gallipolis again next week. I mean, what do you think? You gonna be ready to go or not really? Danny's talking about going. He's like, let me know when you go again. Booker's supposed to be playing Robbie Pickett on Saturday, getting 5 games at 25. I mean, bless his heart, but I still think Robbie gets it, but maybe not. 9-7 gets some in the lead on the hill. I'm familiar with this Oliver Ruger, but like I said, in the previous round, he beat Mike DeShane. Shark Stream's got something on its one pocket. Reyes Gomez. Race to 4 for 3,000. Guy standing straight in the way of the camera. Wouldn't surprise me to see, I mean, I don't know if he's out there for sure, but I would think Mitchell would be out there. Getting some action on the side tables. I think he gave him the window, but it's a back cut. All right. Get some's gonna get some in the bathroom for a minute. Guys, I got the Monster Crush raffle. It's $20 a chance or 3 for 55. Your choice of any Monster Crush. I mean, I have some blackouts as well. And I have a couple $1,000 under Qs. I mean, you could get any of those options. But really, I did it just to promote our new break cue, the Monster Crush. not going to be able to. Well, he's still getting his equipment together. Almost finished it. Yeah, hit me up. Tell me you want a Monster Crush. I'll give you $25 off. Any of them. And obviously, I'll just ship it to you. I'm going to tell you right now, if you play for money, I mean, this goes without saying. If you can break the balls better and have less congestion, the balls are more wide open, you're going to instantly pay for it. I mean, it's going to pay for itself in no time. And in my opinion, that's the best break cue ever made. The trick is being able to make as much of them as possible to keep up with the demand. This is early before people have really tried them out, but once you try them out, you're going to love it. It's based on the heavy hitter style. It is a heavy back-weighted break cue. The shaft is totally different than the blackout shaft. So much so that it has its own name now. It's called the cut break. And it does not have a finale tip. It has a break tip. It is a break cue only. It does not break down into a jumper like the blackout does. That'd be kind of pointless to make a new break jump cue when the blackout is so good at everything. But if you're looking for 10, 15 to 20% more out of your break, and this is coming from my player, John Mackey. He said, this is 20%. I'm like, okay, John. I'm glad you like it. Just win some money. But 20% better ball spread than the blackout. You don't want to get one. And if you see me locally or something, you can just ask me to demo it. These guys are on the grind. This is the last match of the evening. So this pro area is like an offshoot. It's like, I think it's even a separate entrance fee. Like if you want to go in and watch the pros, there's like a nice setup for bleachers and things like that. A nice hit. And it's separate. It's coordinated off from the rest of the event. So in here, everyone's probably 90% gone. But the other room's just warming up, especially when they stay late. Watch the hits, sir. Did it get a rail? He's like, I don't know. What's he saying? It's foul. He's like, can we review this? TvMike will review it. I don't know how the instant replay will work, but I mean, my rule is not going to come into play regardless. But oh, the instant replay was too late. I don't think I hit a rail, but I mean, I can't really see, like, 1,000 miles away. He really may have got away with one there because I thought it would have been ball in the hand. Especially with Sean on the hill. What's the opinion out in public? Public opinion. Foul? That's from one person. Well, maybe next time he goes to watch the birds will fly away from him. LOL. Guys, I'm going to be down at the Great Smoky Mountain Shootout. Go to smoky9ball.live. And I just set that up tonight. It forwards to their website. You get all the information about the event. It's a 128 player semi-high roller. It's like a $150 entry plus Calcutta bar table event in North Carolina. And I'm excited about going down there and bringing some of my friends, and hopefully some of my friends that might even be listening want to go down there with me. And there's still some spots. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be some top players there, but there's not like half the field isn't going to be killers. Appreciate you guys watching. Big shout out to Steve Bowers, who did a fantastic job on the Billy Thorpe Robb Saez match. His understanding of the game is really good, really high level. And you may have known we played him a couple action sets, and we beat him once, then we lost again. And unless Mackey's feeling really froggy, and shooting really good, that's probably a game I want to stay away from because Steve has proved to be able to be a really tough player to be able to put a couple packages together. And anyone that can put a package together is probably the favorite to outrun Mackey. But we had some fun and definitely had some mutual respect from both players each way. Anytime I say Steve Bowers, he's like, oh, Steve Bowers. He shoots great, breaks the balls good, great shot maker. So that means he's scared now. These guys are grinding on this rack. This is still the 2-ball. Well, I would think if you're going to play another safe, you're probably going to bank it safe. Keep the cue ball under the 7. Maybe pull it a little bit towards the 9. He can reach this. He's tall. He can get pretty much the whole table. Like I said, this will be the final match of the evening. But if you want to go watch some other stuff on Super Billiards Expo, it's out there on Facebook and stuff. Action matches. I have not even looked at any kind of open amateur bracket, nothing. Uh-oh. Definitely know a lot of people out there, though. Wouldn't mind taking Mackie out there to play in the senior 8-ball. If there is one. If not, senior 9-ball, I guess, but I don't think there is an 8-ball, but alright, here's your opportunity to close the gap. It's Hill 7. One thing's for certain, you don't get out here, you are not winning this match. Well, since half the viewers left, I'll tell you, I was so excited watching that Robb Saez and Billy Thorpe match. I burned the hell out of my dinner. It was just in the oven. I was making nachos. I like to make something real simple I could just grab once in a while, and when it's when I'm doing a show like this. I mean, because I got to really spend a lot of time around the computers. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. What's that smell? I had something in the... I was like, I'll just destroy the nacho that's burned to death. So, wasted all that cheese. Let's go. We got a 45-degree or 45-yard line cut shot. Put it down. Stay in the set. 9-8. Oh, I destroyed him. Like, they're so burned, it's to a point where I'm like, I can't do anything with this, man. I can't save any of it. Maybe take the top layer off. I'm getting some comments on YouTube on videos. I'm like, it's strange. People make comments. They're like, so who won the match? All you gotta do is watch the video. It's all there. And if you are watching the video, because you gotta be watching the video to comment, just jump forward. All right, Sean is at the table. He's on the hill. Let's see. That's the 4 that's way down there. I mean, that's tough to see, but that's the 4 that leads naturally into the 5 on the top inside. Well, I could make the scoreboard larger too if I reduce the resolution of the stream. It would be much bigger if I put this in 720, but then it reduces the quality of the video overall. But never mind trying to watch this in 4K. You couldn't read it with a magnifying glass. Picture would look great, but you wouldn't be able to read the scoreboard at all. I mean, normally when I do my gambling matches and stuff, it's all manual. I just put the name in. It's big block letters, but in this case, I'm just using the digital pool board. It was Billy Thorpe and Robb Saez, and you can go back in and watch it as soon as I close this file out if you want to. I won't ruin it for you who won the match. A firm stop shot in the side hole. And this should be it. I'm going to run some more promos. I might go make some more nachos. I'm kind of depressed. That's a little more than straight in, but he can handle it. Fires in. 10-8, Sean Wilkie. That'll conclude our action for tonight. As far as the matches are concerned, the board is scheduled for 1:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to run some Q promotions, stuff like that. Send me a message on Facebook under Mike Poole if you have any questions or want to talk to me. This guy's like, I will go get the balls now. We will clean the balls. Yeah, we'll be back at like 1:30 tomorrow. Thanks and good night.